was faced with a choice. I could either stay absolutely miserable, hating myself, binge eating every night, exhausting myself, trying to do cardio and 30+ K steps, or I could stop that shit. I could try to do it the right way and finally get happy with the body I was seeing in the mirror and finally get to love myself and, you know, improve my self-esteem and so on. Let's back up a little bit. Back in 2020, I was at my heaviest, 82, 83, absolutely hated myself. I was in London and I was basically facing a choice. Here is about the night that changed everything. Got back home after my 9 to 5, absolutely exhausted. It was a 30K plus steps day because my job was about traveling, right, through London. And I remember getting out of the train station and seeing, I think it was Sainsbury's. So I saw the Sainsbury's and I was absolutely starving. So I decided, you know what, fuck it, another time, right? I went into the grocery store in binge mode. If you know, you know. I hope you don't, but if you know, you know. I wasn't myself anymore, okay? I just grabbed as much things as I could. The only rule I had when I was binging and buying stuff from groceries is if I can't take a basket, it has to fit my hands. So you would see me walk with like a huge amount of stuff in my hands and trying to get as much food as possible. Mostly food that I can consume on the way back home because I still had a 10-15 minute walk to go back home. Paid for it and then left the shop and I started stuffing my face already with donuts and whatnot, you know, pastries and so on. And I remember I listened to a specific video. It was talking about binge eating, it was talking about bulimia, which I was struggling with at the time. It was talking about how I was, without really being conscious of it, putting my health and my life at risk. And I remember crying on the way home because it's definitely where I was at. I hated my life, I hated myself. I was having very dangerous, unhealthy behavior towards food, exercise my body, and I just realized, okay, I'm at a crossroad here. There's something that needs to happen if I want to finally feel happy in my body and, you know, if I want to actually take the right steps. On the floor of my bedroom, I sat down with every like packages of food that was remaining and I just like cried my eyes out. I could not stop crying for the longest time and I felt lonely, I felt ashamed, I felt guilty, I hated myself, I hated my body. It was a very, very difficult moment. But I knew I was like fork in the road. Choice, right? I could either stay miserable, try to restrict as much as possible, only to binge later down the day or later down the week, right? And I could try to get as much cardio in and just hate myself and loathe the cardio and hate working out and just basically have that miserable life. Maybe get heavier because I could not lose weight. I was getting heavier and heavier, right? And that was my path. That the trajectory I was on, if nothing changed, I knew that this was my path. Or I could stop that shit and change the way I was approaching everything and invest in myself. In a gym, invest in a personal trainer, I also wanted to become a personal trainer somehow, so invest in a personal training diploma. And finally take it the sustainable way. Small deficit, the not working out every day, the prioritizing my sleep, trying to hang out with my friends a bit more and not hiding myself. And I really figured, like, I was at that point in my life where there was the easy way out that would make me miserable and the hard way in a completely different life. I would be uncomfortable because it was new. I would not see results overnight. It took me 6 fucking months to lose 35 pounds, but I lost it for good. That's the night everything changed in my bedroom in London on the floor, surrounded by food packages. I decided, you know what, that's not working. I've been struggling with that for a couple of years now. It's not the way to go. I've been failing every single time I try this approach of being absolutely strict and restrictive and extreme. So let's go on the other side of the spectrum and try to do it the right way and try to actually invest in people who know about it. Actually invest actual money, because that's what money is made for, okay? Money is made to not be a number on your bank account. It's also to make your life better. Money is here to improve your life. You just have to trade it for the things that are going to improve your life. So I sat down and I'm not gonna cry. And I made this decision of investing in myself and believing that I could do it the right way and for good, and I did. I'm happy to report that 4 years later, I haven't gained the weight back, right? Now I get to help people like you who may be stuck where I used to be at and don't know if they will find a way out. And I'm here to tell you there is a way out. So right now you're at the same fork in the road, okay? You can either stay where you are and do whatever you're doing that isn't giving you any results and is making you feel miserable, and you know, you may keep on getting heavier and hiding from your friends and hiding in bigger and bigger clothes and, you know, starving yourself only to binge at night and just feeling awful, not enjoying life, okay? That's not what life is meant for. Or you can invest in yourself and get someone who can help you, and finally, even if it's going to take time, actually do it the right way, the sustainable way that's going to get you to your goals, get you to lose 20, 30 pounds, or whatever's the amount of fat that you have to lose. You're going to find yourself, you're going to be able to completely transform your life, build that self-confidence, and basically build yourself back up. And all it takes is that choice. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So all it takes is that new path. If you try to lose a record amount of weight in a record amount of time, I'm here to tell you that it's not going to work, because you're going to gain the weight back, you're going to feel miserable, you may end up developing EDs. It's just not the path for you. It's going to be absolutely awful, and I lost so much time. I lost years trying to do it that way, and all it took was actually giving myself the grace and the time of doing it the right way. If you're someone who wants to lose, you know, 20 plus pounds within the next 90 days without feeling miserable on the journey, without getting the weight back, if you're someone who's ready to take a chance on yourself, to bet on yourself, to have the courage to do it the right way, healthy way, sustainable way, that is going to take more time, but it's going to get you better results, I highly suggest you book a call down below. We'll talk about where you're at, we'll talk about whether or not I can actually help you, and you know, if I can help you, then I will do my best to get you to where you want to be. That was pretty much the story of the night that changed everything for me. That's my fork in the road story. That's my, I knew I fucked up, and I knew I was fucking my life up and my health. I just had to, you know, take a chance on me and bet on myself. That's pretty much it for today. That was, I don't know how long it's been. It's gonna be a short-ish video. Thank you so much for watching. You know, like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.